This news update is brought to you by
This is the Noon Barbados Today update for October 1st, 2014. I'm Dawn Paris. Good afternoon. We begin with concern among dairy farmers that their business is in jeopardy. They say there will be major trouble for them if the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association bypasses a memorandum of understanding with the agriculture sector and gets promised concessions. President of the Barbados Dairy and Beef Producers Association, Brian Allen, says since 2012, farmers have been operating with a reduced quota, and that has already been challenging for the sector. He says it will be a big blow if the MOU, which gives local produce priority, is not signed by the BHTA.
To lose those additional sales during the tourist season, on top of our reduced quota cuts, would be disastrous for the industry. The industry is just barely holding on now, and we've had meetings with Pine Hill Dairy recently, and they are approaching the cruise liners now to the home ported cruise ships here, and so they are encouraging us to produce more milk. But if this uncertainty was to step in now, uncertainty is the worst thing for the dairy industry.
No classes at the Grazettes Primary School today. In fact, the Ministry of Education says the school will remain closed for the rest of the week while alternative accommodation is found. Teachers and ancillary workers have been summoned to a meeting at the ministry at 2 this afternoon. Since the start of the new school year, the St. Michael facility has been closed on several occasions because of a strong odor. Chief Education Officer Laurie King says the problem is the lingering effects of a fogging exercise at the school, which was conducted at the start of the term. He said the ministry is addressing the matter. Muslims in Barbados are no danger to this country, so says historian Trevor Marshall, who suggests that far from shunning them, Barbadians should learn from them. And as he weighed in on the construction of a community exclusive to Muslims in Claremont St. James, Marshall said while the ethnic group is making substantial progress, black Barbadians are being left behind.
Muslims are a serious and powerful, economically powerful group in Barbados. I, Trevor Marshall, have been teaching about that for the last 10 years. We have ignored them. Now, the Muslims in Barbados are not ISIS. They're not Islam in Syria and Iraq. They're not creating a caliphate state. Right? And they do not intend any trouble or any danger to our community of blacks and whites and colors. But economically, they are extremely powerful. They have at least 2 billionaires. 2 of the 8 billionaires in Barbados are Muslim. Right? I can call their names. They have a monopoly on the small trader, door-to-door salesman business, and a monopoly on business in our second major street in Bridgetown, in capital Bridgetown, Swan Street.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
It's your sun power.
To the region now, employers in Bermuda owe the government in excess of $35 million US. That's because they've not been paying contributory pensions. Back in 2008, the government was forced to introduce stiff penalties to force businesses to pay up more than $14 million US. But 6 years later, the debt has increased by almost 140%, and the number of lawbreakers has risen from just over 1,700 to more than 2,500. A spokesman from the Ministry of Finance says better enforcement of the Contributory Pensions Act is needed to recover the money which he suggests could be earning investment income for the cash-strapped government. Further afield, 24 hours after U.S. authorities confirmed the country's first Ebola case in Dallas, the Liberian community in the area is urging its members to come forward and get tested. The victim had come from Liberia to be with family in the U.S. Stanley Gay, president of the Liberian Community Association of Dallas-Fort Worth, says the 10,000-strong Liberian population in North Texas is concerned about the development. He's advising family members of the victim not to let stigma prevent them from getting tested. Gay is also calling on Liberians to stay away from social gatherings at this time. And on that note, we end our noon update. We'll be back again at 6. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper and our email updates, and like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or on Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. I'm Dawn Paris. Have a blessed day.
This news update is brought to you by